I went, no, she's Russian. And now 26 years later in our marriage, I still love her just as much as I ever did, and it's worked out so well. I want to say a quick word on the exempt, non-exempt. By the way, I'm going to let you know up front, I've got a bad back, so I'm going to be sitting for a while today. I've never done that in a speech. It's hard for me to even do it. But since I normally speak for an hour, and you have me speaking today for about 12 hours, I think, I'm going to have to a while. But please don't detect, it's not anything, but I have to. Exempt, non-exempt. That was a big issue out in California with Blue Cross of California. I was hired out there, and I was exempt. And that wasn't even explained to me when I was hired. I was a director. And so I'd only been at work for the first 2 weeks, and my boss came in and said, James, I really need you to stay late on Friday night to finish up this report. Can you do that? I said, how late? She said, it might be 4 hours. I said, yes, fine. I could probably use the overtime. I said, I'm just moving out here. Yeah, I'm just moving out here. And, I got two homes trying to take care of it before the one sells. I could use the overtime. She said, it doesn't work like that. You don't get overtime. I said, that's fine. I'll take off Monday. She said, it doesn't work that way either. I found out really quickly, I don't know what the big deal is about the exempt, non-exempt. I'm serious. And I say this, and by the way, when I speak to non-exempts, I tell the same story. You know what the silly part of it is? A lot of it's just ego. I'm serious. A lot of it's just status. Because I don't know if it's true here, but out in California, there's a bunch of frontline customer service reps making more money than their supervisors. Because supervisors are working wild hours. And they're cashing in. So I'm saying that to say this. I appreciate so much the work you do. I know you're not the privileged few. I know what kind of hours you put in. And I know what kind of dedication it takes when you're not being paid overtime. So I want to say right up front, I have tremendous respect for all of you here today. Well, let's talk about motivating. Oh, you got the $1 million bill. That's one way to motivate. You got the $1 million bill. Now, I give those out wherever I go. And do we have some extra $1 million bills? We have a few. I saw about 5 hands clap when they said I played football for Wake Forest. Could we please give those people 5 extra $1 million bills? If you could raise your hand, yes. You come up afterwards, you'll get 5 extra, okay? Those Carolina fans, we're going to take the one away that we gave you. We're going to have to take it away. Oh, that stuff is so silly out here in the ACC. You know what happens? You leave the state, and all of a sudden, it's not all about the rivalry. You know what? I find myself cheering for the ACC. And I find myself incredibly impressed with leadership like Dean Smith, who still is my all-time favorite coach of any sport of any time. That man was class. Talk about a leadership symposium. He gave one every time he went on the court. By the way, I feel the same about Coach K. That man is class. He's got a great program. He's got a program at a school where it's hard to keep people academically eligible. I mean, I know what it's like as an athlete to stay eligible. And they've done it at Duke, and what a spotless program. Some of the greatest leaders are right in this area in the sports arena. I also want to make comments that it just seems like this is a part of the country where people genuinely care, and that's a big part of leadership too. And I've seen that already in you today. Now, the $1 million bills, I give them out. By the way, I give these out to customers all the time. A customer buys something from me, a book or something, and I'll send it and say, hey, thanks a million for your business. So maybe you'll have fun with that. Or, hey, you're worth $1 million in a card to a friend. But I've got to tell you, I also have fun passing them off as real currency. And so far, it's been accepted in Southern California, where I now live. It's been accepted as real currency 7 times. It's usually the younger generation X, to be honest, about my daughter's ages, and usually at a fast food restaurant, though it did work at the laundromat as well. But I'm going to show you how to do it in case you want to try. Okay, last time was a Taco Bell. So I pulled in, welcome to Taco Bell, this is Christina. May I take your order? Yes, I'd like 3 tacos and a Diet Coke. I usually say a Coke, but I'm going to say Diet Coke because that